sweet souls. How are you? It's your forest fairy here. Nice to see you again. Well, it's Sunday and it's time for Angelic Whispers. And right now these are the Kyle Gray cards are my new favorite cards for these reads. I love the images. I love the colors, and when I edit, I love seeing them. I love them. I'm not gonna lie. I have quite a few angel decks, so I'm gonna go through them. But right now, this deck is what's calling me for the Angelic Whispers. And this read is about what your angels are whispering to you. Oh, and they're telling you to trust your vibes. Thank you, angels. Today I choose to trust my intuition and your guidance. Look at that beautiful image. Absolutely. And it's difficult. I'll just give you an example. It took me a long time to know my intuitive voice and my ego voice, because my ego voice is very soft, and I call it that my ego voice is the people-pleasing voice, whereas my intuitive voice would sometimes be abrupt and be brash and be no. You're not going to do that. You're going to do this instead. Go this way. Do this. So yeah, I love that the first card out, the angels are telling you to trust your intuition, trust your vibes, open your heart, and this is how you do it. Do you see? This is how you do it, Archangel. These angels, I really have to go through each archangel and learn how to pronounce. I'm going to say Shamuel with a Chamuel. Shamuel. Thank you, Shamuel, for removing the barriers around my heart. The barriers around, this is from hurt, from pain, from experiences that with healed hurt comes wisdom that you will learn from. Instead of looking at it from the perspective of things happening to you, look at it from the perspective of these things happening and for you to learn, for you to experience. As an example, maybe you ghosted someone, right? You didn't want the confrontation, you knew that they liked you, and you didn't want to just go through the process of either texting or calling or meeting up with them saying, it's not really working out and these are my reasons, good luck to you, wish you well, and move on. No, you ghosted. And then you got ghosted and it hurt you and you're obsessed now over this person and why they ghosted and so on and so forth. This is just an example. Remember back and look at those reasons why you did it to someone else. And then maybe you can better understand why someone did it to you for maybe those very same reasons, which are innocent and non-confrontational. Maybe they, you don't like confrontation. You avoid it. Well, other people, there's more similarities that we have with others than we have differences. So let's go to what your higher self, messages from your higher self. Ooh. Change and transition. This very much reminds me of the Death card. And that is Archangel Azrael. Thank you, Azrael, for leading me safely through this change. This is the death of the ego. Ten of Swords also reminds me of the death, the minor to the major of the death of the ego. And it can be very painful when you have to take a look at yourself, take a look at truths, take a look at how you acted, what your thoughts were, what your beliefs were, what you put in the forefront, right? What was important to you. If it was a lot of surface stuff, that it might be difficult for you to make the change and transition. With awareness comes change. And then when maybe you come across someone and they tell you the truth and say, you're really superficial and I really don't want to hang out with you because of it. And then you kind of step back and go, why would they say that? I'm not superficial, right? I'm really deep. Well, they didn't see that part of you. And maybe it's because of your conversation, of what it is that you talk about, what it is that you focus on, right? And so from your actions, they speak much louder than your words. And if you don't speak, if you don't really say, no, I think deeply, things, really affect me deeply, and this is how and why, then you move on to the next meeting, interaction, and open up and make the changes. Yeah, it's a difficult card. It's difficult. It is. Focus and foundation, the inner power. Yeah, to go within. This is Divine Father. Divine Father, thank you for co-creating my world with me. This is really what you think about, you bring about. This is really about creating the world you want from within first. Manifesting. Seeing. You can change your world. It was my dad as a kid that told me, you can change your world. And he'd always, like that. With a change of perspective. Okay. So I can look at my glass as half empty, or I can look at it as half full. What do I decide? What do I choose? Do I choose happiness, or do I choose misery? What you choose to focus in on, because this is the focus and foundation, what you choose to focus in on, what you choose to perceive, and how you perceive, it starts from within, and then it shows up in the outer world. In the recent past, peaceful warrior. I'm really feeling today this peaceful warrior is about finding peace within, especially when we have inner power here, trust in your vibes. This is all inner work. This is all very much about doing the work within. We'll get some clarifiers on that. I love that card. That's beautiful. Ooh, and the miracle of forgiveness. This angel really deals with forgiving yourself first. It's really difficult to truly forgive those outside of you if you are still holding grudges against yourself for the decisions you've made, for the what you believed in, what you put all of your energy into. And if it has come crumbling down, that why I did it, it's to teach. It's to teach you why I thought these things, why I believed in this, why I put so much effort, time, money into, let's just use the example of superficial things. Why? When I'm really this, well, make the change and transition into who you truly are. Open your heart. Trust your intuition. Yeah, and find your inner power. Beautiful. But it starts with this. It really starts with forgiveness. How you see yourself, sweet souls. Spirit animal has come out. Thank you, Animal King, for blessing my path with love. Spirit animal is, I'm experiencing right now in the 100 Acre Woods, a ton of birds. Oh my goodness, the beautiful birds. I've got the hummingbird feeders out again. I want to put more hummingbird feeders out. I've got all sorts of colorful finches. I got the jays. There's a lot of birds. And I've got both ravens and crows, both of them. And eagles. I've been noticing eagles as well. There's a lot for me, so there's a lot of flight. There's a lot of, and again, that feeling free, feeling able to fly. Even in the city, you'll find pigeons, you'll find birds. It's almost like today, if there's something to be said, almost, I don't want to say homework, but as I just received books for homeschooling, I'm beginning to think that this public system is failing my children, so I'm going to fill in, but that's beside the point. But I mention it. The reason being is because I really, and I said homework. Your homework is to notice birds. I want you to start noticing the birds. Listen to their songs. Listen to how they communicate to each other. What different birds make different sounds, different songs, and really stop. It's almost like stopping to smell the roses, but I see with the spirit animals, especially with this hawk in the background, stop and listen to their songs. Listen to the birds. Take time. Wherever you are, just take time. Is there a mourning dove? cooing in the morning. Again, the cooing of city birds. I call them city birds, but they're the pigeons. That's your homework. Notice the birds. Now, how other people see you. The inner voice. There's a lot of inner work today. Thank you, angels, for guiding me through my inner voice to be able to know what's ego and what's intuition, to be able to hear the messages from your angels. Hope and or fear is study and learn. Absolutely. It's funny that I mentioned the books I got on my front porch today about studying and learning. This is exactly what I am for the summer I'm moving into. So, the outcome. Oh, Divine Physician, Archangel Raphael. Thank you for shining your divine light upon my healthy body, really taking care of your body. Mind, body, soul. Absolutely. And that which you might not see, sweet souls. Let's take a look. Oh, love and accept yourself. I know what this read is about today. The inner work. Trusting your intuition. Loving and accepting yourself. Finding your power. Look, bottom of the deck. King of Cups. The King of Love. Right there. And the Hermit. Beautiful. And the Hermit does go deep. The Hermit does go deep. I couldn't remember in one of the reads last week what deep divers. He calls his audience, his subscribers, deep divers. And that's Ralph Smart. Check out his content. He's a beautiful content creator. I couldn't remember. I had edited that video and it starts with an R. I think his name's Smart, and I couldn't remember. I looked it up. It's Ralph Smart. So when I get that King of Cups and the Hermit together as I split the deck, that's a deep diver right there. That's what I love that. Deep divers. So let's go deep. Let's get some Ralph Smart. I won't forget his name now. And I'll link his channel in the description box below. That way it makes it easy. Just to click on the link, right? What's this? 9 of Swords. Okay, so trust your vibes. You've got a lot of worries about, and I dare say, trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, trusting that which you cannot see. And do you notice that her eyes are closed? Yeah. 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups is nostalgia. Yes, the 6 of Cups is remembering how you sort of listened to your intuition, and it was easier for you as a child, maybe as a teen, and as you grew up, and as you became, maybe for some of you, your heart started to close, right? And with these worrisome, with these maybe even negative thoughts about thyself, right? With the 9 of Swords, really keeping you up, really riddling your mind. And I said the Peaceful Warrior today, really, Archangel Ariel reminds me of, or is speaking to me today about finding peace of mind. And I find it interesting that it's right beside Archangel Ariel. Finding peace of mind, and that could be through beautiful memories. That could be through the soulmates. These are also these are soulmate relationships. They don't always have to be romantic. As you notice in the traditional Rider-Waite, I'm gonna just, a boy hands a little girl either flowers, a cup, this type of thing, right? Hands it to her, expecting nothing in return. That is pure love. This is Scorpio, and we saw the King of Cups on the bottom of the deck. This is a real beautiful energy of giving without expecting anything in return, of seeing those around you as soulmates. Now there's also soul assignments. Soul assignments are very interesting to me because those are people that are put in your path to shed light on your shadows, on what it is you don't like. Oh, I don't like that person because I don't like that person. They're impatient, right? Meanwhile, you're very impatient and you don't see it in yourself, and this other person is to shed light on the fact that you are in fact impatient, as an example. So when these things come about, with awareness comes change, and then the transition from one belief system into another, from one way of being to another, from a fearful path into a loving path. We see that right here. The Lovers. Choices. The choice. Ooh, beautiful. The choice to really step up into Emperor mode. I'm going to do this because it might be difficult. You might be riddling your mind with a choice. And that Emperor mode, that an Emperor, and that's the reason why I changed it from this Nine of Swords. The Emperor listens to his intuition. The Emperor trusts his intuition. He makes decisions, that which is best for himself, but for everyone around him as well. That's why he is the father of the tarot. And here we are, Divine Father right here. This is the Divine Father with the Emperor right here. Let's go to the focus and foundation. It could be, you could be focusing on the masculine energy within you. Again, the Lovers, for me, it's Gemini energy. Gemini energy is really balancing out masculine and feminine within. Whether your body, and where is it? Yes, Raphael. Your body is the soul suit. I call it the soul suit. It's the soul suit for you in this lifetime. So with that, loving and taking care of your body, and yet at the same time seeing that you both, everyone has both masculine and feminine energies within them. A chart, a natal chart will make this very clear and understandable. And so you could be focusing in on your inner father, even if you have a feminine body in this lifetime. You could have had a masculine body in another lifetime, but for this lifetime, you were meant to have a feminine body, to know it, to love it, to honor it, to cherish it. That's just the way it is. Inner power, the Divine Father. Interesting. The Divine Father and this Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is very much speaking the truth. Truthful messages about, Leo energy, the strength it takes to really honor not just the Divine Father, but the Divine Mother. That's Emperor and Empress energy, which the Lovers, when it's divinely guided, and again, it could be a friendship, it could be a business partner. These are just divinely guided relationships that you recognize, that you remember, that you see, that you know, that you trust your intuition. This is a good match. This is a good friend. This is a good business partner, and not to worry yourself over it. Now, peace of mind, peaceful warrior, clarified by, what are you holding on to? Are you holding on to grievances? Are you holding on to? This is again with the Queen of Cups. This is really being patient and loving with what it is that you could be holding on to. The Queen understands. She's the empathetic queen, the intuitive queen, the psychic queen, and she is, I'm really feeling, is trying. This is the energy trying to calm down that overactive, that worrisome, that fearful mind. And do you see that this Nine of Swords is in between this Queen of Cups and the Six of Cups? And it's the trusting of your vibes, trusting your heart, opening your heart, making the changes necessary. Beautiful. And you might come to the conclusion, I've got to forgive myself. Yep, I've got to forgive myself. That I've maybe juggled too much. Maybe you've juggled too many people. Maybe you've juggled too many jobs. Maybe you've juggled too many obligations. And so it's time to take that mind and take a rest. Let your body take a rest. Rest your mind. Put those balls down. Delegate. The juggler, again, it's a really hard-working energy that one makes it look easy. And you could be stressed out and no one would know because you make this look fun and easy as a juggler does, but it's very difficult and it takes a lot of focus. So it could very well be that you, sweet souls, have got to take a rest, make the changes. And the masculine energy is all about taking those steps, making those changes, action. Whereas the feminine energy is about receptivity, about really taking a step back, going within. And it takes both energies to really go within, see what you need to change, see the transition that you're actually going through, opening up your heart to be able to make these changes. Now, spirit animal, that's how you see yourself. Very interesting. The King of Swords. I'm really putting this together with the study and learning. And the responsibilities. The responsibilities of the King of Swords. I'm really hearing that you need to stop and smell the roses. You need to stop and listen to the birds. You really need to put down the responsibilities, delegate the responsibilities. I understand. I have a lot of responsibilities. I just took on more responsibilities by teaching the kids what the schools are not teaching, basics at home here. And that's a lot of responsibility, especially with this channel. So I understand, but I will delegate. I will assign certain, and I do, you hear me say, okay boys, because the boys do a lot of editing. I'm involved, the boys are involved. I'm getting the youngers involved. The girl wants to edit so badly. And she will. And it's that delegating of responsibilities to be able to then connect with nature, and I keep hearing the birds. I mean, even if you're in the city, just pay attention, listen to them. It could be very therapeutic, very calming for you. If you have pets, if you have cats, dogs, whatever your pet is, that could also be very therapeutic for you. Inner voice, how other people see you, listening to, and taking steps, slow and steady steps. With this Knight of Pentacles, taking slow and steady steps to know the voice, learn the voice, and again, that which you might not see. You cannot see your angels, but do you believe in them? You cannot see your ancestors, but do you listen to them? This is what you cannot see. Taking the steps to learn your inner voice, that is to trust your vibes, to open up your heart. And it could take some study and learning to do so. Yeah. Notice how throughout the read, we have gone through from the Nine of Swords to the Nine of Cups. And that could be, for some of you, learning how to do it, studying what this means. I don't know how to open my heart. It's been broken so many times. I get that. Trust me when I tell you I understand. And moving forward. Beautiful. Moving forward. Very Cancer energy, which is what I felt with the Queen of Cups. Cancer energy, mothering energy. We both have the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine on the table, and taking care of your body. Interesting. I'm almost feeling the ending of forgiving yourself, the ending of listening to others who tell you. Ooh, and listening to your higher self. Learning about spirituality. Learning. For some of you, reconnecting, especially with the Six of Cups, to your religion, whether it be Judaism, Christianity, Hinduism, Buddhism, whatever that means to you, whatever you grew up with, you might be reconnecting with that, learning the Akashic, and again with all these books, learning about how is it that I can heal. Can I heal my own body? What is it about that I can apply? What is it about the food? Learning about let's use it, processed food versus fresh food. Do I need to, change the way I feed my body, the way I take care of it, the way I look at it? Was this body gifted to me for this lifetime, For reasons unknown. Interesting. This is the death of the ego for me today, the Ten of Swords. Death of the ego. I think I mentioned that up here with the change and transition. The death of the ego. So the ego is difficult sometimes to go against, to change. But it's opening up your heart and listening to your intuition that will do it. And love and accept yourself. Walking away from empty cups. Walking away from that needs to come to an end. Or have you walked away from yourself and accepting yourself? Oh, reconnect. Reconnect and find peace of mind. Let's get some angel numbers on this. 84. Yeah, reconnect. 84. The angels of forgiveness. We have the forgiveness card right here are drawing close to help you release past situations and embrace the lessons within them. Beautiful. 96. 96. Your angels are encouraging you to slow down. 4 swords right here, as this will open up windows and doors to opportunity. 24. Let's do 24. Angels are shining a light of harmony on you and your personal relationships. Any conflicts are now being resolved. 109. 109. Know that the divine is within you. Absolutely. Your angels are focusing on your holiness. 9, 10. And I see 109 as well, but let's do 9, 10. 109 twice. I have to read it again. 109. I see it again. Know that the divine is within you, sweet souls. Know it. Your angels are focusing on your holiness. 9:10. You are aligning your energy system with God and the cosmos. Stay light. Oh, I love this message, and full of playfulness, as this will keep your vibration high. Any numbers that you see on my table, sweet souls, that I do not read aloud, those are personal messages for you. Get your book and take a look. If you do not have an Angel Numbers book, go to the description box below, click on the link, and grab yourself a book for all future reads. I see 496. Connect with what brings you closer to God and love. Let go. Ah, makes sense now. Let go of all that is not serving you. Exactly. Last one. I see 624. Let's do 624 right here. Your angel team is drawing close. Right? Like this. Right here. Is drawing close and encouraging you to do what you love. Opening up your heart. Now is the time for you to spread your wings and fly. And oh, I love it when these angel messages really wrap everything up and sort of like, put into point form what this read is, and fly high. I kept feeling, look, focus on the birds, the birds. Focus on the birds. Imagine yourself flying high like those birds. That's beautiful, and that's what I see for you, sweet souls. And I'm sure I'll see you again. Take care from your Force Fairy. Bye for now.